What's up, co-reporters, and welcome back to my channel. Disgraced former Teen Mom 2-star Jenelle Evans woke up in a frenzy this morning and decided to make a couple more allegations against her mother, Barbara Evans, who has been raising her son, Jace, pretty much since Jace was born. And Jenelle decided that she would rather pop her coochie in the club than go ahead and raise her child, right? So the ever grateful daughter that she is, she's decided to go on the attack against her mother ever since she lost custody of him for a second time. Her mother was tired. She's in her 70s. She wants to live her life. And Jace, unfortunately, was going through growing pains as a teenager. So Barbara decided to go ahead, sign over custody to Jenelle, thinking she had grown up at this point, given that she had more children and whatnot. But alas, no, that was not the case. Only a couple months later, Jace started running away like crazy, telling the police that he was going to keep running away forever, and he'd rather do that than live with the disgraced former Teen Mom 2-star and her unemployed dog-killing husband, David Eason. So the state took custody. He ran away recently from his mother, Barbara's place, just as he and Barbara were due to meet up in court to decide on a permanent custody situation, right? There's a lot going on, you guys. Sorry, I feel like I'm rambling there, but I just want to give you guys a lot of background. I did just publish a video about that, situation of him running away and how that might affect custody moving forward. And Jenelle and David laughing about it as if it's wonderful that this child keeps on feeling the need to run off into the woods where it's very dangerous for him. But alas, she's coming up with allegations against her mother as per usual. And I wanted to go over them with you because it just feels like it's the same thing every single time. Jenelle is constantly accusing her mother, Barbara, of going to the press with information about her. And all of this is just so funny to me, considering Jenelle has her own clickbait website where she makes up news and stories, right? She actually just a couple of days ago released an audio of Barbara calling her a POS mom because she decided to sabotage Easter plans that Barbara had for her children. She had gifts planned to give to them, and Jenelle didn't want them to have the gifts. And Barbara rightfully cursed her ass out, and Jenelle decided to play victim about it online, leaking all of that, pretending to be a mysterious anonymous source. And now she's going to cry about her mom talking to the press. So irony aside, let's get into what it is that she had to say, shall we? In her first post, she says, and I quote, "That's so crazy." So Barbara leaks information to Shannon Gordon, and that's where the Ashley gets her lies from. Makes sense, because I'm taking Shannon and her husband to court, and they are ordered to pay me back my $2,000 they owe me. Of course, my mom would become friends with my enemies on purpose to sell stories. 3 laughing emojis. Silly me. She's not trying to be a mother to me. Why would I ever think that? Well, here's the thing. Jenelle claims that everything that goes out about her is lies. Meanwhile, it always gets verified. She claimed that David, the dog killer, was not being investigated or anything like that. In fact, she and her family were about to be protected by CPS from Jace and his mental health. But it turned out that Jenelle was lying and gaslighting as usual. And David currently is facing criminal charges for the abuse of Jenelle's son, Jace. So do with that what you will, okay? Now, moving on to the next slide. Jenelle continues on to say, "Honestly, I haven't spoken to my mom since July because she's mad about her family trip to Puerto Rico for some reason." Crying, laughing emoji, shrug emoji. "She has blocked me even though I've tried reaching out before. But last night I caved in and called her after hearing her leaking this information." And so I think the information she's referring to is the latest reports that Jace Evans ran away from Barbara's house. By the way, I'm wondering when that's going to hit TMZ. I think that it's fascinating that it doesn't hit when Jace runs away from Barbara's place, but yes, from Jenelle. So I wonder how this kind of works. Maybe like the jurisdictions are different, and like the cops in Jenelle's area are more like TMZ happy than the other ones. I'm not sure. Anyway, after I asked about Shannon, Barbara said, and I quote, "You're delusional. You'll never get him back. I don't talk to Shannon." Hangs up on me. Then not even 5 minutes later, calls someone I know. And I heard my mom say, "Why did you tell Jenelle I was talking to Shannon?" Proving my point, proving I wasn't wrong. I would never in a million years think my own mother would be treating me this way. I'm sick of holding back and going to start releasing pieces of my childhood story. The way I was raised was not okay. I have protected my children against her and my mentally unstable siblings, which I do not talk to or let my kids around for a reason. There's also a reason I never mention I have a brother or sister to the public. I think there's a lot of others who will relate to my childhood trauma and maybe not feel as lonely if I share my story. Well, the thing is, though, that we already knew that Jenelle had a brother and a sister. She's talked about them on Teen Mom 2, and they've been featured on Teen Mom 2 as well. So it's not like this is new information or anything like that, but go off. Listen, although we know that Barbara is the better option than Jenelle, that doesn't mean that Barbara is perfect. Obviously, something was going on in that house with Barbara and the husband, both of them, for all three of the kids to turn out like this. Not a single well-adjusted child, and they've got three of them, you know. It's just really, really stunning, to be honest with you. Anyway, she continued on to say, just know, Barbara, you messed with the wrong mom. You used me for money. You used my son for money. Now you brag about your houses being paid off because of me. You don't ask how I'm doing as a mother should. You protect Ashley because she lost custody of her kids. You buy her car, buy her a house, buy her custody lawyers, but try to fight me for taking perfectly good care of my family. No wonder why none of your family talks to you from up north. No one trusts you and never will. Well, listen, Jenelle, you're not taking perfectly good care of your family. That's why you lost custody of every single one of your kids at least once. Jace, you've lost custody of him twice. David has lost custody of every single one of his kids at least once as well. He caused you the second time with Jace, and he's got a son that he can't even be near. So let's not act like you guys are perfect and that there's this grand conspiracy against you, okay? Though I do wonder about these allegations that she's making in regards to Barbara's relationship with Ashley. Listen, Barbara of a particular age. So if she wants to help Ashley get custody of her son back or anything like that, then I don't think it's the end of the world, to be honest with you. So long as Ashley has proven that she has changed and she's able to take care of her child now, because guess what? It was all well and good to you, Jenelle, when Barbara gave you custody back, but now you want to cry when your sister gets custody back. It seems like Barbara was just tired of raising you guys as kids for you, you know, as she should. She's older. And she's like, you know what? Go take care of your own damn kids, you know, and I support that. Good for you. Who wants to raise kids in their 70s, you know, especially kids who seem to be having behavioral issues? Absolutely not. I wouldn't even want to raise, you know, perfectly, you know, adjusted children in my 70s. I want to be thotting and bopping on the cruise ships with someone else's grandpa. What the hell? Anyway, so that was the second thing that she had to say on her Instagram. Then she took to her Facebook page claiming that strangers are so much nicer and more empathetic to her than her own mother. Like, she really needs to stop. But you know what? It's going to be really ironic and funny when her kids start dragging her on social media, because we know they will. Their upbringings were not okay, you know, truly not okay. And we watched that play out on Teen Mom 2 and on social media as well and in the press. So come on. Now, this is what she said on Facebook. And it's crazy how random older women treat me more like a mom on the internet by writing to me with encouragement and words of caring more than my own mother does. Sad emoji, heart emoji. Thanks, everyone. I see your comments, and it does really make me feel better. Just understand I am one broken daughter right now that wishes I had one parent that acts like one. Lord, all right, girl. Where's her dad, by the way? It's always the mom that's being blamed, but where's the dad that left you for dead? You know, I noticed that in a lot of these situations with single moms. Like, the single mom will step up, raise this child, but the child will just have so much venom for her and none for the dad, who really, you know, wasn't even there at all, doesn't care about you at all, you know. I find that really fascinating, but I digress. Quite sad. Anyway, guys, there she is ranting about her mother online, in between laughing about the fact that her son has been running away again and that he is not on his proper medication because she is blocking him, allegedly blocking him, from being on proper medication. Poor Jenelle, life's so hard. Anyway, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.